Friends, now let us come to the types of research. Broadly, research is classified in two parts as a basic research, which is also called as research in physical sciences and research in social sciences. As I have already explained to you, research in physical sciences may be concerned with research in physics, chemistry, biology, etc. They are pure sciences, and research may take in those areas, but we are not concerned with that because we belong to the social sciences. Our area is a social sciences, but again in social sciences there are number of types of research which can be undertaken by the researcher over the period of time. I shall be explaining these types in two parts. The reason is one is opposite to the other, so you will be able to understand in a better way. The first classification is basic research and applied research. Basic research is the research undertaken by the researcher in specific area which adds to the existing knowledge in the subject. That research is related to some natural phenomenon, and the researcher makes an attempt to have generalization and additions on the area of that discipline, and that becomes a basic research, which is also termed as a fundamental research. It goes on adding to the existing knowledge. The opposite to that is applied research. The researcher undertakes research on specific research problem. The solution is identified by the researcher and that is put to use. That becomes applied research. A manager undertaking research about the human resource in the organization, and that manager is using for decision making relating to the human research, that becomes the research which is application oriented, and that is called as applied research, which makes an attempt to identify the solution to the existing problem. That research is also practical in nature. Also it is termed as a genuine research. Genuine research means that research problem is with you and you make an attempt to gather some data, arrange and rearrange that data to identify some solution. That solution is put to a use. That becomes a genuine research. These are first two types of research which are found in social sciences. The second dual classification is descriptive research and analytical research. In descriptive research, the researcher makes an attempt to gather the facts and describe those facts so that it becomes a descriptive in nature. It is also termed as a fact-finding research. Fact means something which is a truth. Fact, we say it's a true, and that research which describes some state of affairs on certain issue, certain problem, that becomes a descriptive research, and therefore it is also termed as ex post facto research. In historical research, something which was already taken place, you make an attempt to gather information about that, it becomes a descriptive research. The other side is analytical research, means you gather various facts, you analyze those facts, and your inferences are on the basis of analysis, which is called as analytical research. Many times it includes critical evaluation of those facts. Critical evaluation means you make an attempt of analyzing the negative aspects and your inferences drawn are critical, and it is also called as conclusion oriented research. Conclusion means over the period of time you are gathering some information about the facts or maybe numerical data about the facts, and you are trying to generalize in the form of inferences. They are termed as conclusions, and many times if that is in numerical term, it may be called as findings of your research. Another classification is conceptual research and empirical research. Conceptual research means you gather information and you try to evolve some new concept, new theory. You give name to that. That becomes a conceptual research. It is related to find some new concept, new theory, and generally this type of research is undertaken by the philosophers and thinkers who are knowledgeable people, and they gather some facts and they try to identify some new concept. Therefore, it is termed as a conceptual research. Opposite to this is evidence-based research. The researcher makes an attempt to find out evidences, proof, to prove something, some facts, and that is called as empirical research. It is a data-based research. Data means numerical information, and that research is based on such numerical facts, which also requires hypothesis. Here I mean hypothesis means you make an attempt to assume some statement at the beginning of research so that your research goes in one direction only, and you undertake the inquiry, find out something new, and that statement which you assumed in the beginning may be either accepted or rejected, which is called as a hypothesis based research, and it is called as evidence based research. Another classification is quantitative research and qualitative research. Quantitative research is based on some measurement, values. It may be in terms of money, it may be in terms of some quantity in tons or something like that. It is called as a quantitative research. It is applicable to that situation which can be expressed in terms of some quantity, and therefore it is termed as a quantitative research, which is one type of research. Opposite to that is a qualitative research. Sometimes certain situations, for example, psychology of employees, consumer satisfaction, these things you cannot measure in terms of quantity. But what you require, you make an attempt to compare one with other and try to differentiate, to draw the conclusions. And for that purpose, you need to use some parameters, and that is called as a qualitative research, which is used in behavioral sciences. Your behavior cannot be measured in terms of quantity. So, there you use some qualitative measures, and that becomes a qualitative research, for which there is a need to take help from the psychologist. Because psychology of a human being, maybe customer, maybe an employee, if you want to measure about job satisfaction of employees, that satisfaction cannot be measured in terms of quantity. So that research is termed as a qualitative research. There are some other types of research which has been undertaken by the researcher in social sciences. Some of the examples I am giving here. The type 1 is one-time research. Here one-time research means it is undertaken by the researcher once for all to study a specific phenomenon, specific situation which is unique in nature, and that becomes one-time research. It is never repeated again and again. Therefore, simply it is named as one-time research. Sometimes, while the researcher is undertaking research, researcher requires specific set or specific settings under which the research is undertaken, and that is termed as laboratory research. Laboratory is a place where some equipments, some things are required in its specific settings, and the researcher undertakes research in those settings. That is termed as a laboratory research. Sometimes the research is undertaken by the researcher where there is exploration of ideas. The ideas are developed with brainstorming sessions, and that is termed as a exploratory research. Sometimes the research is undertaken by the researcher about some past events, past incidences, past situation. Since it is a matter of past, that research may be termed as historical research. Some event has taken place and the committee is appointed as a fact-finding survey about that event. It becomes a historical research. And another category or type is conclusion-oriented research. Friends, most of the research you draw inferences, and most of the research you find conclusions are drawn, and that research becomes a conclusion-oriented research. These are few unique types of research I have made an attempt to explain before you with these various types, with dual classification as well as independent types of research. I would like to explain to you some of the contemporary thoughts about research. There are some emerging issues. As I have already told you, research is a very old, but research is changing in its shape from time to time along with the changing environment. Earlier the research was not given proper attention. The research was not that systematic or scientific, but nowadays the use of computers, use of modern techniques, the research is becoming more and more systematic and scientific. So the research is becoming a need-based research. Something which we require, we make an attempt to gather some data, draw inferences, and that becomes a need-based research. Usually in industries, factories, offices, such types of areas, need-based research is very common. Day by day research is becoming of a good quality. Quality-oriented research is given importance, for which there are schemes whereby government funding is provided for a good quality research. Rather, that research is good which is put to a practical use for society or maybe a mankind, and that research is changing its shape day by day, and defense forces or government policies, such research is given priority and funding is provided for such research. Many times policies, government policies are formulated on the basis of research, and research is very useful for formulating the policies. Rather, any committee is appointed for designing something, it means the committee is expected to undertake the research, gather some facts, and prepare the policies which will be most useful in future. Management is the area whereby research is a day-to-day situation. Day-to-day problems are there. We have to find out solutions, and in management such research is undertaken commonly. There are pure sciences and social sciences. In pure sciences, the research is a day-to-day situation. New drugs are coming into the market by undertaking research. When new problem emerges into the society, the solution is identified on the basis of research. These are new issues in relating to the research, and the research is becoming day by day more genuine, more useful, and that is a real outcome of research, I would say. And with this, I thank you for patient listening.